Friends, if you are a thrifter, an upcycler, a DIYer, a repurposer, or a creepy voyeur who just wants to see how I have used thrifted items in my home, then lucky for you, we're gonna take a mini tour. Welcome to LaughCryDIY. I am your host, Katie, and on this channel, we are often doing DIYs, upcycled, budget-friendly decor hacks. And I do a lot of thrifting and telling you how to use thrifted items, but I don't always show you how I use those in my home. So today I thought I would walk you through my house in a few rooms and show you items that I have thrifted or repurposed or upcycled in cool ways. Some you might have seen on the channel before, some you may have not. But if you're looking for cool, unique ways to use stuff in your home, maybe this will give you a little inspiration. So let's start our tour right over here, right behind the camera. I recently made over my little home studio office situation, and I showed you these cabinets, but I did not show you what's inside them because I have been figuring out the right way to organize things. And one thing I really wanted was a little spot for like kind of a little bit of a witchy corner here. This right here is an old jewelry box that I thrifted, and I gave it a total complete makeover to turn it into this cute little apothecary. I used to have this hanging up on my wall, but I don't have space for it anymore. But it's so cute, it has all these little herbs and things I use to make bath salts, fun stuff, has little drawers. And I will link the episode where I made that below. But one thing you'll see right next to it is one of my personal dreams, and that was to have a little candle closet. If you're like me, you hoard candles. You have full ones, you have half ones, you have tiny ones you made out of oranges that I also made on the channel. Guys, everything's gonna be linked below if I mention that I made it on the channel. And the truth is these are either like burned, halfway burned, totally dead, a bunch of seasonal scents that I need to like consolidate or turn into smaller vessels, whatever. Anyways, I really wanted to have a 3-tiered shelving system here, but I couldn't find anything that would give me 3 tiers in standard storage. So you guys are not gonna believe what these are. Hold please. I needed something in such specific dimensions that I couldn't find. So I went to the thrift store and I found what? 2 tissue holders. That's right, 2 wooden tissue box holders that I glued together to make 3-tiered storage in my thing. At thrift stores, you always find a lot of wooden items. Sometimes they're shelves, sometimes they're boxes, whatever, but you can so easily glue a whole little system together. And this is honestly one of my favorite hacks. I should paint it and zhuzh it up a little bit more, but for now, it is the perfect little 3-tier candle holder that you would never suspect. What I love about this is I could also hang that on the wall if I wanted to, but so convenient, so simple, like what, $4? Made me happy. Candle closet. Moving on to the bedroom. Welcome to my fun jungle bedroom, which someone on the internet called the ugliest bedroom they've ever seen, in which case I would assume you haven't seen a lot of bedrooms. Anyways, there are some cool thrift flip DIYs in this room. This used to be a folding screen that was kind of a like farmhouse chalkboard style. I decided to contact paper the back gold and then do a totally hand-painted jungle design on it. I wanted something very maximalist, very dramatic, very kind of chinoiserie. My fun little monkey who is peeking out right there. I've always said folding screens are super versatile tools to use in your house, whether you want to divide something or especially as a headboard. I mean, come on guys. Who wouldn't love this in the ugliest bedroom they've ever seen on the internet, you know? Both the screen and that bedroom makeover will be linked below, but I actually wanted to show you some very small, unexpected things that have helped my life. On my nightstand here, I feel very strongly about having a free nightstand space because I feel like it gets cluttered easily and I often want to put down like a mug or a laptop or something like that, and things are all over the place. Also, my cat likes to sit here in the morning and wake me up, so we need to free up space. But there are some things that I do want out for easy reaching or for easy reminding, and that is specifically my journal. And most people would store their journal like that or inside, but I want to remind myself to journal and I can't have a bunch of things here. So instead I use this really cool, gorgeous napkin holder that I thrifted forever ago. Beautiful antique, kind of looks Art Nouveau. I recently gave her a nice polish, so she's looking beautiful. And I find that storing a book or a journal vertically on your nightstand helps save a lot of room. You could do it like that and you could stack up a bunch, or like I do, I keep it here kind of displayed to remind myself to use it. And I usually do like to have some sort of flowers or greenery by my bedside. I think it's important to have it in your bedroom for kind of life and energy. This bouquet is actually dead, but the holder that it is in is actually a little spice jar. that I previously wrapped in raffia and then actually hot glued some other dried flowers to. I think spice jars, things that are really small, even prescription bottles, are really good mini vases to have around. They're easy to tuck on a shelf, on a little nightstand, in your bathroom on a shelf, because they're not so intrusive. And this one was not a thrift find. This was an antique vintage find, but I collect vintage ashtrays, and this is a beautiful, gorgeous, tiny little Art Deco ashtray. You can see the shape is super geometric. You can see how tiny it is. It's actually technically a lady's ashtray because it's so tiny and we're so dainty. And if you see that kind of swirl inside, this is made of acro agate, which is the same company that makes marbles that look like agate, but it's man-made. But this is also very special because the green swirls are actually uranium. Ooh, alien. This is a negligible amount of radiation. Don't worry that I'm sleeping by it, but just so you know. And I actually use it not just to store matches, but to hold the little remote that is on the lanterns in this room. And one thing I will say is if you have a catch-all tray or something like that, putting even smaller items inside of cute items inside of a tray is like peak cute organization to me, so just saying. All right, let's move on to the bathroom. Folks, welcome to my bathroom. Things I didn't think I would say on the internet, but here we are. My bathroom, I did a crazy makeover in here. We painted it mint. I have all these like hand-painted designs all over. Very bold, very maximalist, and therefore my bathroom decor has to be the same. But I wanted both form and function in a few ways. So the first thrift flip makeover in this room is actually this very large jar in the corner. And when I say large jar, I mean like really large jar. I think this is actually meant for dog treats, but I wanted something that would actually hold all my like janky bathroom supplies and stuff. Gross. So I thrifted this big boy and did this little design on him. And now it looks like just a fun little piece of decor in the room. And similarly, I also like having things like a plunger and like a toilet brush cleaner in the bathroom, but I also think that those are kind of unsightly. And I did have this vintage umbrella stand around, which I've used as a plant stand in other areas of the house. It was actually last used as a plant stand in my bedroom, but I realized walking back and forth, it was kind of placed in an awkward area. And I realized it fit the aesthetic of my bathroom much more. And it could be a great place to hide plunger and toilet brush, which I will not show you because those are disgusting. And for now, I just put a little vintage plate on top. I actually intend to create a totally like fake secret top here and actually glue the plant to it so you just lift the plant off, kind of haunted house style, but maybe we'll see that in a future episode. For now, I like that it is very dramatic, very chinoiserie, very maximalist, a la the rest of my bathroom. Also, can't believe I'm talking to you like over the toilet. Let's look at other things. Honestly, actually, this right here, this planter, I think is one of my favorite thrift flips of all time. Guys, I thrifted a few necklaces and then I turned them into this beautiful little plant pot jewelry. Look at those dripping jewels, hello. I think this came out so pretty. It's such a simple way to upgrade your planters. And I did do this on the channel, but I think I said in that episode, like this is a great way to use up jewelry or things that might be like sentimental, but like you don't really use that much, or like grandma's brooch, stuff like that. It's so pretty, guys, it is so pretty. This is what grandma would want with her jewelry. Also, I'm not even kidding. I would do this to dress up an urn, just saying. Similarly, I also thrifted this beautiful crystal jar to hold my bath salts. In winter times, I'm a lot more witchy with like herbs and things, but nice heavy crystal jar, beautiful, great weapon. You know, I always say that about a lot of my decor. Oh, also, this is a cute, adorable soap dish. This was gifted to me by a subscriber. Thank you so much. I use it to hold little matches, and I use this little soap dish up here to hold little essential oils. So soap dishes, they can be so many things, you guys. But yeah, those are a bunch of thrifted things in my bathroom. Oh, and another one. This is Camellia, my beloved vintage camel plant stand. She's maximalist, she's dramatic. She also holds this cute little plant and plant plate, which is actually, guess what guys, another ashtray. I thrifted this ashtray, which is pretty heavy. Don't know if you can tell. It has this cute little hobnail milk glass. I wanted a pot to match it, so I did, surprise, on the channel, make this little fake hobnail plant pot with hot glue gun and paint to sit inside her. But fun fact about this, guys, strap in for story time, guys. I don't know about you, when I go to the thrift store, sometimes objects scream at me. Like I will see them, I will pick them up, I will walk away. They will be, I swear to God, talking to me. And for some reason, I kept coming back to this little ashtray, which honestly doesn't look that impressive. It's kind of simple, classic, but I did see that it had an original pattern print on it that has faded away. And then I flipped it over in the back and I was shocked. This is actually a piece of Fenton glass, which is highly collectible. There's a lot of sought after pieces, but this is incredibly special because Louise Piper was the woman who was brought on to build out their decor unit, and she was a ceramicist. And when she introduced a new product, she would hand make it, she would sign it, it would be the first piece ever made, and then it would go to production. Well, guess what, guys? Lightly written on the back of this, it says, Sample 3610, Ashtray, November 1973. It is signed Louise Piper. So guys, this was the first piece she personally made. She signed it. It would have gone into production. I can't find the matching piece online, but this is like an absolute treasure, kind of a deep cut, super cool. And because it's kind of in beat up shape, I feel comfortable using it as a plant pot. But I just love that Camellia and the brilliant ceramicist Louise Piper can be united forever. And that, you guys, is why we thrift. That is why we stop by every thrift store. That is why we go to 100 thrift stores and get nothing and then finally find the one thing. All right, moving on. We're rounding out today in my beloved kitchen dining room area where obviously I have another kind of maximalist situation going on. And honestly, a lot of this was DIY'd and Facebook Marketplace and upcycled. But there are actually some really tiny things in this space that I have thrifted or flipped that I just really adore. The first are my little sconces on the side. These are actually taper candle holders that I bought little sconce covers for, and then I actually E6000 them on. This is such a great, easy, budget-friendly hack when you find wall sconces at the thrift store. You can get additional actual sconce covers, you could get vintage ones, you could add a little lampshade and a little rechargeable light bulb. You could turn them into wall-mounted planters by kind of E6000ing something and then having the plant trail out. But simple little wall-mounted sconces are so easy, so versatile, and honestly, I see them at the thrift store pretty frequently. And I actually had originally picked up the original candle sconce holder just because it was really, really narrow, and I liked that. So I also don't think they have to be like a really big statement. Something very simple and petite with a cool shade on it. Very, very cool. And lately I've been doing more decorating with plants and trying to bring in greenery wherever I can. So I have liked to make a little centerpiece here on the dining room table, also while propagating plants. And I will say one often overlooked place at the thrift store is the pet section. This right here, this little base of my little centerpiece here, I believe it's actually a little pedestal cat dish, but it's in this blue and white chinoiserie. And I decided I wanted to make it a little bit more of a like intentional centerpiece. So I added these little stones. I've actually been looking for a fish bowl to perfectly fit in here because I think that would be really cool. I also think any tray, dish, whatever, if you put a little cool base on it and make it a pedestal, it literally elevates it aesthetically and physically in a very cool way. I like that I'm talking to you through a jungle. But pet dishes at the thrift store, turn them into a centerpiece. All right, lastly today, folks, I wanted to hold this one till the end because I think a lot of times when we watch DIY or home decor videos, people have like amazing huge houses and incredible pieces or whatever. And sometimes you don't have that much room, you don't have that much space, but you still want cute things in your house. So I'm ending today with my favorite, most recent little tiny thrift flip, and that is this darling, tiny little silver salt and pepper holder that I've just turned into a little tiny bud vase. This was alone in a little grab bag of like weird stuff at the thrift store, and I just thought it was so cute and so sweet. It is real silver, it's kind of heavy, and I dated this back to the 70s, actually, some funky little collection of salt and pepper shakers, but salt and pepper shakers make such cute bud vases, no one's talking about it, we gotta get the word out. And it's a great solution if you only have one, or if you have a large collection and you're like, I don't know what to do with these. Put them everywhere. Put them on your bookshelf. Literally, they're perfect for a little windowsill, window ledge. They're adorable next to a soap thing in the bathroom. And honestly, now that I thrifted this, it's probably not gonna be the last one. It's gonna be a dangerous obsession, but I love it so much. And so folks, that is the end of today's little thrifting tour of my house. Honestly, I have more stuff, so maybe I'll do another video. But at the very least, I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Hope you got some inspiration. you did. And I hope you got 1, 2, or 10 plus ideas to repurpose something in your home. All right, guys, check my playlists below. I got all the DIYs, I got all the thrifting trips and more fun stuff. And until next time, I wish you all of the thrift store luck.